Welcome back to the NM Sports Channel. We're your host Matt,
And Mike.
coming at you with a favorite picks from the gridiron every week. So now, week 6 is in the books. Mike, let's do a little overview.
Well, the two games that I can think about is watching is KC against the Lions. I thought that was such a great game. I think the biggest game of the week, and Mahomes played so great. KC, and they were 2-3, and KC showed that they'll be around when it all ends. They are again a Super Bowl contender, and with Rice coming back, I think that will make them only stronger. The second game that I love, because I love watching the Eagles lose, is the Giants kicking their butts. Very surprising. I think they're lucky right now to be 4-2 anyways, the Eagles. So they blocked the field goal and they blocked the kick or whatever. So I think they should be 2-4, but they're 4-2. But the Giants were awesome. Good for them. Love the young quarterback Dart. And what about that running back, Matt? That's Kadaboo.
Yeah, and he's running real well, and I was surprised he went so deep in the draft. I mean, I thought he was an awesome prospect, and he's certainly showing it right now. And I think you love them win this week because it was my survivor this week.
Well, the only thing I didn't understand with one down to go, and he had 2 yards to go to make it 100. Come on, the quarterback's neat. Give the ball to Scatabo so he can pick up 2, right? Okay, so what about you? What did you find about last week? Oh, and just before you start, the Colts 5-1, baby.
5-1, baby. I'm loving this Colts team. I said at the start of the season, I was surely going to make the playoffs. And it certainly is looking like it right now. They're top 7 in the rankings right now. Honestly, I thought they should be higher. They're 5-1. They beat some good teams, some easy, but some good teams. And I think they played well every week. So I don't get why they're only in top 7, but it's top 7. Not many people predicted they'd be that high up. So I watched that Kansas City game too, and I thought Kansas City played well, but there was a few questionable calls on the referees, but you get some, you lose some, but
yeah, there's so many questionable calls in every games.
Yeah, so let's not blame the refs every time there's a blown call.
No, but I know it's the CFL, but there should be something like a 2 flag, something that you that you can challenge, because some of them doesn't make any sense. Like if it's close, it's close. But if it's awful and it changes the game, I think that we're going towards the future at something where we can change some of those calls, right?
Yeah, and they introduce now it's the electrical or the electronic first downs, for the 10 yards this season. I haven't seen anything about that yet. And they haven't made like a crazy call with it yet. I'm excited to see if it'll happen later this season to see if there's really a difference between them.
But they've used it.
Yeah, but it hasn't been like a crazy controversial play with it yet. So no, I'm intrigued to see what will happen with it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to week 7. I'll start off with. Well, I think the Jag just noticed that they have one of the top receivers in the league, and finally he had a great game, and I'm one to think that he will have great games from now to the end of the year. So my first prop of this week is the Thomas Jr. with the Jags over 67.5 yards. Matt?
Yeah, and I love this game also. It certainly looks like a game that both quarterbacks will throw the ball a lot. So My first pick is Matthew Stafford over 235.5. I think both quarterbacks will throw it a lot, and it's certainly Brian Thomas Jr. should be a big target for Trevor Lawrence, but I think Stafford will throw it all day this week as well.
My second pick is first of all, the Titan has a bad defense, and they're worse against tight ends. I think they were one of the worst team against the tight end. I haven't checked where they are versus the others, but they're not very good against the tight end. So I'll go with the Pats. Henry over 35.5 yards. Matt?
Well, I'm going for another quarterback here. I'm going for Jordan Love over 230.5. They're playing the Cards right now, who have been all over the place. Seem they can't manage to get a win this season, but just awful play on their part. And I think Green Bay, and especially Jordan Love, will take advantage of that this week.
Okay, so for my third pick, I looked at the Saints and the Bears, and I think that the Bears are always a little bit overrated, and they're playing the Saints. I understand that, but I don't think. Again, last week they won by a field goal at the end of the game. I don't think they're a team killer. I don't think that you can promise that they'll win by a touchdown or more. I think the Saints are playing better, so I went with the Saints over 5.5. Matt?
Yeah, well, they were underachievers, the Bears, for the season, so hopefully the Saints can pull out a big one on this one. My third pick of week 7 is Stephon Diggs over 47.5. They're playing the Titans right now. They're not great against passing offense, and he's their top wide receiver. He had a big game for the last 2 weeks. He's been playing well. I think he'll come up with a big one on week 7 as well.
My fourth pick of the week, I thought the Eagles looked so bad against the Giants, but they haven't looked so sharp this year. Brown isn't catching any passes. Smith a little bit, not much. I think their best players has been the tight end Goddard. They're not sharp right now. I don't see them going in Minnesota and winning on the road. So the Viking had a chance to rest a week, and we saw what a rest can do when Atlanta had a week off and played the Bill this week. So I think that the Vikings are in a great position to beat the Eagles. So I'll take the Viking plus 2.5. Matt?
Well, we're fans of Kansas City for sure, but when I saw that prop, I couldn't believe Travis Kelce over 35.5. I thought 35 is way low, especially since Rashid Rice is coming back this week. I mean, Travis Kelce should have more targets than you usually have with wide receiver 1 back in the lineup, and 35.5 should be easy for him this week.
Played well last week.
Yeah. It seems like they're getting a bit of momentum back, and Travis Kelce certainly is a safe target.
Okay, so for my last pick of the week, I've looked at that game, and maybe the game of the week. Who would have said that at the start of the year? But the Colts against the Chargers, not much defense, exploding offense on both sides. If Herbert can play well. McConkey played a better game last week. I think that this might be a game where the last team with the ball wins the game. The over-under is 48.5. So for my last pick and the shoe-in of the week, I think that the Colts over 48.5. Matt?
Yeah, well, for my last prop of week 7, I'm going with Bo Nix over 220.5 against the Giants. They've struggled with passing offenses this year, so I think Bo Nix will throw it a lot. I almost picked Courtland Sutton as well. I think he should have a big game as well, but I'm going with Bo Nix over 220.5. All right, so that's it for props this week. we had a proposal for you guys. So we wanted to do like a little punishment at the end of the season for the one with the worst percentage hit for the entire season on Super Bowl weekend. So we thought you guys should come up with it. A little punishment we should do for the loser. And yeah, you guys can leave a comment, drop a like, and we'll see you guys next week.
And the Jays won big. Way to go, Vladdy. Go Jays. Take care, Possums.